Basha declared that Albania is on the verge of an economic catastrophe when speaking at the Economic Freedom Forum, adding that the fiscal system has failed and according to all reports, the economy is in decline. The Socialist Party has continued to demand the leader of the opposition, Basha, clarify his position against accusations that Russians paid for US lobbyists to assist the Democratic Party in the last election. At a meeting regarding the construction of hydropower plants at Valbona Valley, representatives of the Gena 2 company reiterated that there will be no environmental repercussions. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday the 10th of March 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra, bringing you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. After reading about all foreign investments in all Balkan countries, the leader of the Democratic Party, Basha, said at the Forum of Economic Freedom that Albania is the only country with no foreign or domestic investments. Basha said that the fiscal system has failed and the Albanian economy is declining according to all reports. The economy is in decline. There are no foreign or domestic investments. Fiscal policy has failed, said Basha. To solve this problem in the economy, Basha again proposed the same policies with which he came to the Albanians in the June 25th elections last year. Basha concluded his speech by reaffirming the promise made when he was elected chairman of the Democratic Party 5 years ago that this party will be relieved of autocratic behaviour and will be open to all those who are able to contribute. I invite all those who want to contribute to join the DP, said Basha. The Socialist Party continues to demand clarification from the opposition leader, Basha, over the funds a Russian-owned company provided to lobbyists on behalf of the Democratic Party in the United States. MP Blerina Gyulameti called on Basha to provide such clarification to the prosecutor. Basha should give clarification to the prosecution. The prosecution should interrogate Basha because this is the only way this affair can be uncovered. He must answer not only for the over $500,000 that nobody has any idea as to the origin, but also for the influence of foreign countries over the interests of Albania. We have seen this happen often in neighbouring countries, but until today, we thought that such things did not occur in our country, said Blerina Gyulameti. The MP requested the prosecution collaborate closely with all investigative and law enforcement agencies of our partner countries. Experts and citizens held a meeting with the representatives of the Gena 2 company regarding the construction of hydropower plants in Valbona. The meeting was attended by US and OSCE ambassadors Donald Liu and Bernd Borchardt. In his speech on behalf of the US government, Ambassador Liu appealed for open dialogue. The US government supports an open and constructive dialogue between civil society, private companies and the Albanian government. We can congratulate all three parties for today's participation in this important discussion. We hope that discussions lead to long-term dialogue which allow the thirds to work together to develop and protect the Albanian natural resources and one of the most beautiful national parks in Albania, said Ambassador Liu. Representatives of the Gena 2 say the tourist area of Valbona Valley is not affected by the construction of hydropower plants and that the proceeds going to the government are €2 million. The tourist area of Valbona Valley is not affected by the construction of hydropower plants and the government gains an additional €2 million. No basins or dams will be built. The company conducts quarterly reports on environmental quality and so far we have no changes in the quality of the environment due to the construction. We will rehabilitate the area after the construction of the HPPS, said the representatives of the Gena 2 company. Currently, work has been started on the construction of HPPs in the villages of Dragobi and Cherem. Justice reform will also have an impact on businesses and attracting foreign investment. This was the statement made by the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ditmir Bushati, during the French Economic Forum. The forum saw 50 economic entrepreneurs from the Lyon region participate, interested in the development of economic exchanges with Albania and other enterprises from the Balkan region. Minister Bushati invited French entrepreneurs to invest in Albania. Over the last 3 years, we have begun a difficult path regarding the reform of state institutions. This is because we know the fact that any business that represents an interest in being present in Albania is interested in understanding not only that our level of compliance in our norms and laws aligns with those of the EU. Above all, they require guarantees that the contract signed will be interpreted fairly, honestly, and in accordance with European practices. We have been well supported by French institutions in this direction, so we think this provides an additional guarantee for investors, said Dietmar Buschati. Present at the forum, Deputy Minister of Economy and Finance, Albana Shkurta, said that the government is working on creating free economic zones, a step that will be followed by applying fiscal facilities for foreign investors. We are currently working on the program of other economic areas, and at the moment of its creation, it will be possible to provide other fiscal facilities for businesses in terms of taxes and other such offerings, said Albana Shkurta. The forum was also welcomed by the French ambassador to Albania, who said that this activity will be followed by others in order to increase French investment in our country. The application of property tax is expected to start on April 1st. One of the lawmakers tasked with revising the property tax scheme, Artur Papayani, says it is necessary to make a clarification of the elements, and this needs some time for the process to be clear and efficient. More time needed for the application of the law in order for it to be clear and efficient, said the expert Artur Papayani. Papayani demands the postponement of the application of the tax with the reasoning that the fiscal cadaster, which provides accurate data on immovable property in the country, is not ready yet. According to Papayani, official data available regarding housing leads only to those of the 2011 census. Completion of the fiscal cadaster would facilitate the process, said Artur Papayani. Changing the scheme for the calculation of the building tax intends to collect more income. The government predicts that, based on the new scheme, during 2018, 8.1 billion lek will be collected compared to 5.2 for 2017. The construction of infrastructure for gas distribution in Albania is estimated to cost about 440 million euros. According to the master plan already approved by the government, it is predicted that family members will be the last to benefit, while gasification is foreseen to occur over a period of 20 years. Experts of the Ministry of Infrastructure and Energy, Stavri Dimas, explains that the first years, the use of gas for energy production will be a priority. The cost of gas distribution in the country will be around 440 million euros, said Stavri Dima. But how will the gas distribution network be built at a time when the cost is so high? According to the ministry expert, concessions are also being sought as a solution. Construction of the gas distribution network will likely be via a PPP agreement, explained Stavri Dima. The TAP pipeline is expected to be operational by 2020. Its first use is foreseen to be putting the thermal power plant at Vlora into operation, and then that of Korcha. The second phase is foreseen to be the connection with big businesses such as metal and cement factories. Gasification for family residences is foreseen only as a final step. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you, good night, and have a lovely weekend.